Welcome everyone and thanks for tuning in. This is Kunal and today we are going to discuss about what is capture the flag, who are they for, what are the different types, what are the prerequisites and how to begin. Everyone who is starting their cybersecurity journey has a goal in mind that one day he or she will be doing assessments of digital assets. May it be networks, may it be web applications, may it be Internet of Things devices, mobile devices, or etc., to find vulnerabilities and patch them. Soon we realize that such assets are complex infrastructures and we are intimidated by the stack of technologies working on top of it. Thus, it makes hard for us to imagine, and the question that comes to our mind is how will we ever develop the competence to deal with such digital assets? And the answer to that is CTF. Why CTF, you may ask? First of all, we have to understand that to engage with a digital asset like a hacker does in a cybersecurity context, we first need to be hacker ourselves to exploit the asset. CTF provides us with the opportunity to do so in a safe manner. Now, what do I mean by a safe manner? Well, to engage with a digital asset like a hacker poses a serious threat to the infrastructure itself, as we will be attacking the asset in different shapes and forms, and that may lead to malfunctioning of the asset or total collapse of the infrastructure itself. And we never ever want that to happen on a production system, as it will lead to a severe damage on the business or may stop an important process. CTF, on the other hand, is an environment that replicates the infrastructure itself but does not have anything important that will have an impact or damage in the real world. Thus, it is a controlled environment and should be treated like a lab for practicing our skills. CTF is nothing more than a training ground. It is similar to the drills we perform in the sports context. Let me explain it to you with a very relevant example. We perform drills to refine our shots of cricket by practicing them in nets. But at the same time, we know that these shots have no impact on the scoreboard. But simultaneously, we train ourselves and refine our shots deliberately so that on the game day we have a competence on the kind of shot we want to pull off. Similar is the case when we do drills to practice our strokes in swimming sessions. And similar is the case with CTFs, where we practice and do different drills in controlled environment to experience the technology and configuration firsthand. One point to keep in mind is that if somebody is beginning their cybersecurity journey in a non technical field such as social engineering, CTF may not be the right practicing ground for such a person because social engineering involves persuasion, deception, and manipulation on the human sides of the system. For such a person, a field like sales may be the right practicing ground, as one has to be competent and socially calibrated to close a sale. And such a person has already developed a deep understanding about human decision making. And by no means, sales is a manipulative field. If you have the right solution to the problem of your ideal customer, sales are the natural outcome. To know more on the topic of social engineering, I would highly recommend a book, The Art of Deception by Kevin Mitnick. Before getting your feet wet in CTF, there are few prerequisites that you should have developed in order to participate in one. A basic proficiency on Linux operating system is a must, so that you can navigate your way in the terminal and know basic commands and tools which are used for penetration testing. A fundamental understanding of networks is essential because that will help you to understand how systems communicate over network by using different protocols. and a working knowledge about how web applications are designed. Now that we have an understanding about what CTF really is, the next question that comes to our mind is, where should we begin? And here comes a high quality problem. To deal with it, we need to have a thought process in place. In my kind opinion, we have to eventually branch out in a specific niche of cybersecurity. It can be networks, web applications, mobile applications, Internet of Things, or etc. And to know which branch you like the most, you need to test all of them in order to find what type of problems you like to solve the most. It can be the case that you like more than one kind of problem solving. So, your first step should be practicing CTFs of all kinds. For a beginner, a good starting point will be over the wire banded CTF for learning basics of Linux, how operating system works, what are the common commands used, and how to find system misconfigurations as well as how to leverage them in order to gain more privileges on the system. Another great resource is Over the Wire Natas CTF, from where you can learn the basics of how a web application is designed. As you graduate your way up in the CTF, you will learn how to enumerate a web application and find misconfigurations or exposed data, from which you will gain an unauthorized access to the sensitive information. One point I want you to keep in mind is that there will be times when you don't understand things or feel like giving up. At this exact moment, you need to understand that there is a gap between the knowledge you possess and the technology you are dealing with. Just don't give up. Try to learn the fundamentals of the technology to understand how it is working and how it is deployed, and soon you will find your way around it. Another great resource is Vulnhub, from where you can get vulnerable images of misconfigured systems to practice different skills. It is a vast library of vulnerable machines to learn hacking. It contains all sorts of machines from a beginner to advanced level. There are different boxes to practice different type of skills. You will find boxes which are more network oriented. That is, they will focus more on the network portion of hacking. Some will be web application oriented, that is, they will focus more on the web application portion of hacking. And some will be a mixture of both. And some will focus on the core operating system itself to learn different privilege escalation techniques. Whenever you feel stuck at a box and things don't make sense to you, try to look for its walkthrough, because looking at the walkthrough will facilitate your mind to understand that how others found an attack vector and exploited it. This will enable you to understand a hacker's mentality, how they look at things, and how they enumerate an exploit. Now, CTFs themselves can be broadly classified into two main categories. First is the Jeopardy style CTF, and the second is Attack Defense style CTF. The Jeopardy style CTFs are those in which you solve a problem by using a specific skill, may it be cryptography, web, forensics, or etc. You will find these kind of CTFs on places like Vulnhub and Over the Wire. The attack defense style of CTF is a competition between teams, usually in which there are two teams. Each team will have a host running a vulnerable service. Your team has time for patching the vulnerable service running on your host and developing exploit for the vulnerable service running on the other team's host. You should protect your own service for defend points and hack opponents for attack points. Another important point to keep in mind is that there will be learning curves while you are practicing on different type of CTFs. In my personal experience, when I understood one type of technology, I used to keep myself in a comfort zone and would hesitate to move to a new technology or to learn a different tool which I was not familiar with. It costed me time and effort in the aftermaths. As a cybersecurity person, you need to keep learning because the technology is always expanding. And if you will not keep yourself up with the pace of the technology, it will obsolete you. And this will be to your own detriment. Please don't repeat the same mistakes which I did. Be smarter and effective. Once you have enough experience doing all sorts of CTFs, you will find that you like solving one kind of problem over others, and that's totally normal. Chances are this is the niche where you would like to develop your expertise. To branch out in a specific field, I would highly recommend you to reach out to industry experts who are at a role that you desire and ask them meaningful questions regarding your specific strengths. And from there, you can pivot yourself toward any branch you like. The key takeaway is that CTF is nothing but an exercise to develop your pattern recognition as well as your proficiency at connecting dots to solve a problem. These are just my thoughts, just one person's opinion, just one person's perspective. I have just briefly touched on what is a CTF on a superficial level. I don't want anyone to feel limited by my views and would like to know your views on it.